Hello, welcome to today's video. So today I wanted to go through my experience with voiceover, how I kind of briefly got into it, and what I think is important for you to learn, and specific programs that I think you should know or can help you on your journey to becoming a voiceover artist with a home studio. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe, like this video because it really helps my channel and shows me that you're enjoying my videos. But anyway, let's get into the video. We will do a spin because I haven't done that in a while. Yay. So, bit of background how I got into voiceover. I first got into voiceover by dabbling in it a little bit at university for one of our modules in my second year, I believe. And we just practiced like a duologue from a script. We recorded it, played it back, and we could just see how we sounded. Then I think in my third year, I got my first voiceover job with the university, and it was like a commercial adverty type gig. Yeah, I pretty much just recorded it in one of the booths at the university with a portable mic, and the guy recorded my lines, and that was it. It was quite short and easy, even though I was very nervous. It was quite a nice introduction into the voiceover world. And from then on, I actually just wanted to get into voiceover, and personally, I didn't have any proper experience in it, and I knew that I probably wouldn't get hired for any gigs. So I was like, I'm going to take the initiative and set up my own studio. Now, of course, I started from the bottom and worked my way up because obviously I didn't know if I was going to get gigs in it or not. Like, that is kind of the risk you take when you invest in a home studio if you haven't got jobs previously. But I took the plunge. I bought like a simple kind of starter kit, a Rode starter kit. I went from there really, and I would just set it up in my flat at the time. Well, my boyfriend's flat. I would just set it up by his desk. I would use his computer because I didn't have one, and yeah, I'd just pretty much go from there. I would just set it up whenever I needed to record like showreel stuff or demos and things like that I've applied to via castings and so forth. And then fortunately, I landed my first proper big gig, and my dream of getting into gaming, I had the pleasure of voicing 4 characters in a lovely game called 88 Heroes, and this was an incredible experience for me. I done some poor accents, I will say that. I tried my best, but yeah, it was a great experience, and it was a very proud moment for me walking out my flat down the road and seeing a billboard of the game. Like, it's crazy. Even when I worked a game, I found the art cover for the game. Like, it was mental. Yeah, that was a big moment for me, and I was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to go all in and properly, when I can, invest in my studio and just build it up, make it more professional, make the quality better, and all of that jazz. It is interesting when I think about that first gig for me. Like, it was really fun, but it was challenging, and now, compared to the quality that I have now, it was bad, but it was fine for what it needed. But yeah, after that, I would pretty much just, as I said, I would record any materials that I needed, but the main thing that I used it for at the time was just creating my voice reel, because I didn't pay any companies to do this. Of course, yes, it may have been easier, quicker, and a lot more professional, but for me, I found quite great pride really of developing and working on it myself. Consider it now, I may have lost opportunities because the quality wasn't amazing or wasn't as professional, but I wouldn't do it any other way because I've learnt so much from learning and developing my skills this way, and I've learnt a lot with voiceover and sound overall. And just understanding like the technical aspect and the requirements, I think goes a long way as a voiceover artist, and also just a lot of respect. Now that I've given you a rough overview of how I got into it, because you're not here for me to list off my credits, like, that's not what you're here for. But I just wanted to give you a rough idea of why I got into it and how I slowly worked my way into voiceover and come to what I do now. But the main thing I want to go through today is key programs that I think will be really helpful for you to start working on, dabbling in, because that's what you're recording all your voiceover in. But of course, I have said it before, and I will go through a specific of what equipment I have for recording and my setup. but I do think it's very important to understand that you need something to record it in. And having that foundation of programs will be a great start, and you can kind of work from there and your best kind of route that you need to take. And you can just watch videos of how people use it, and it is a skill I think is really important to build up, because once you know it and you're able to edit it quite quickly, the voiceover acting side of it, you'll smash out, because that's what you do. Starting off with number 1 is Audacity. I actually started out using this firstly. I've used it when I was younger, when I used to like just make random sounds. When I used to just make random songs at home and things like that on my laptop. Yeah, I'm not showing you that. No. But anyway, it's a really good program. It's free, first of all. That's the best thing about it. It's a great starting point and the foundation of just being able to start and stop your recordings when you need, and chop it and slice it very easily, very quickly, and I think it's a great first time program to use. And you know, when you're starting out, I think it's important to think about the costs of things, and having it being free, you don't have to worry about that kind of stage yet, and those extra expenses whilst you're, you know, trialing out and discovering the world of voiceover and whether it's right for you. So yeah, free programming when you start out is a good shout. I'm saying programs, software. Software would make so much more sense. There's me saying about understanding the technical side of it, and there's me saying programs. Software. We'll say software from now on. It's early. Just, yeah. Number 2 is QuickTime Player. Now this you've probably heard of, especially if you're a Windows user. This is one that comes with your laptop, your computer. It's really easy to use, again, quite like Audacity. It's very simple and just is what it says on a tin. It says what it is on a tin. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I haven't actually personally used this, but I know a lot of people who have started off using this software, and yeah, it's a great platform again to start off. It's free, simple to use, and easy to produce something nice and quick. Next one is Apple GarageBand. Don't take the mick out of me because I say garage. This one is if you are a Mac or iOS user. It's just the alternative to the other one. Again, it's for free and it's a great one to get started on. Again, all the simple things that you need to how to start, stop, slice it, splice it, wherever you need to, and export it for your audio demos and so forth. Yeah, I'm a Windows girl, so I haven't personally used this, but like I said, I know many people who have, and it's quick and easy to use. The main one that I use now and still continue to use is Adobe Audition. This one I swear by and I really enjoy using. I've learnt to discover it and see all the kind of things that it can offer when you're doing your voiceover recordings. There's still so much more I can learn on it, but I really do recommend it. It's helped me so much with doing my demos or doing multiple tracks and different layers, and just making my voiceover and just the whole production of it a lot more professional, you know, being able to tweak the more specifics of the requirements of the voiceover, whether it's like the ratios and the kind of the specific details, what some briefs do require for the more high-end voiceover when you're recording in your home studio. This has allowed me to be able to easily find it, and if I wasn't sure, there's some great tutorials on how to find it, and yeah, I really do recommend it. I will say it isn't free, and the reason why I got into this is mainly just because my boyfriend uses Adobe software and it was accessible for me, so of course that was an advantage for me. But since learning it, I do recommend, and there are options for you to do like monthly subscription payments to use any of the Adobe software, or you could do it yearly. I think overall is figuring out what's best for you, and it could be that next stepping stone of once you've kind of found your feet in voiceover, you can start exploring the ones that you have to pay for. But as I said, I do recommend this, I do use this. So all of the voiceover projects that I've done within like the past, I don't know, 5 years, I've used this, and I do recommend, and professionals really like the quality of my work, so clearly doing something right. Now we're going into other programs that I've had a little research into for you, so you just have a bit more options of different software and figuring out the best one for you. So here we go. Here's some other ones. What's going on with my hand? I'm probably going to butcher how I say this. Do not judge me. I'll write it on the screen so you can Google it. But it's Isotope RX7 audio editor. You've got Avid Pro Tools, Logic Pro X, which you've probably heard. Even though I haven't used it, it is really highly recommended. I know lots of people who do use it, and it's a good one to go on. Again, these ones aren't normally free. They probably do like a subscription, or you can just pay it annually or write out, whatever works for you. With any of these, you just need to do a little bit of digging, find out which one's best for you, and you know, you could always see if they can do like a free month of trialing the software and see which one you prefer the most. But yeah, there are many more, which I will leave a article link which states lots of other programs that you can use, and it's actually quite helpful. They've got some videos and some tutorials of how people use it, how you can get introduced. It's a good little one. Yeah, make sure you check it out. You'll see some of the ones I've listed and more, so it's a good one. And I'll just leave a couple other links of helpful resources that could help you getting into voiceover and all that kind of world. But I hope this really helps you. I just wanted to list a couple main points, and also just ones that I personally know a little bit more about and what I use pretty much. Because if you've seen my videos before, and if you haven't, go have a look. Especially if you check out the week in the life of an actor. I actually do show you me recording and editing one of my voiceover jobs in real time, and how I kind of, as I said, splice it and dice it. So yeah, so you can actually kind of see it in action and how quick and easy it is to use. But yeah, I don't know what my point is now. But when it comes to having a home studio for voiceover and, you know, exploring these different programs and softwares, I believe that it just helps you have more of an understanding about the industry and what you're doing and how you develop it, how you create the voiceover. For me, it's been such an amazing experience of learning it. Of course, don't get me wrong, it has been challenging at times, and I've struggled and stressed when it's gone wrong and I don't understand why there's that buzzing and humming in the background and it's actually the audio interface and I haven't dialed it properly, and it can be stressful, granted. And if you've got a tight deadline, yeah, that's not good. It's just important, I feel, to understand your technology, know what you're using and how to use it. And yeah, for me, I think it's really improved me as a professional overall, and just understanding the briefs and the requirements of having a home studio. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect and I know everything, because that is not true. There's still so much more that I can learn, and I still do learn when I get briefs in and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I have to do a bit of research, but yeah, I really enjoy it. And if you're like me, who enjoys kind of challenge and respects it and wants to understand it more and how to create it, then this is the kind of path for you, I feel. Because yeah, it's really rewarding, and the quality of my work has improved so much over the like 6 years of doing voiceover at home. And yeah, it's been a great journey. And but yeah, just understanding your equipment, your audio interface, your microphone, your pop shield, your cables, just the software. Once you kind of get your head around it and you know your equipment that you have, it makes the whole process so much easier, and you being able to smash out a voiceover job like that because you know exactly what you're doing and how to use it. It's very rewarding, and I do highly recommend. And for me, that is actually how I've got all of my voiceover jobs, is because I have a home studio. I actually, apart from that one university one, I haven't gone in to do anything in vocal booths. Of course, I'd love to, and I look forward to the time that it will get to that stage, when it will. But yeah, it's opened up voiceover so much for me and opened so many opportunities. So I feel it's a way forward if you want to be proactive and get yourself in there and get your foot in that door in the industry, as they say. And also, I will actually say with voiceover, like having a home studio, for me it's helped me develop my accent so much. I'm so nervous when it comes to accents and performing it like kind of fresh and new, especially on set. But being able to like just experiment and have a bit of fun and just being a bit creative with my voices and experimenting has been so beneficial at home, because you feel so much more comfortable. Of course, you have to sometimes mind the neighbours when you're shouting and screaming. Don't do it late at night. They will not like. They won't appreciate it, because I've been there. Yeah, it's just a great way to just develop your craft and you as a performer and just explore and just try new things. I think, yeah, it's been so rewarding for me, especially, and also to come across even more professional to the clients and the people I'm talking to, because I actually understand the requirements and the terminologies that they're asking for the voiceover and the quality, and it's just helped me prove that I know what I'm doing and I can perform it. Especially when you do live ones for certain clients and they, you know, this is a bit of a sidetrack, but if they have their own software that you kind of have to do it through and they're recording and it's live and you're presenting off your mic, when they say certain things, it's a lot easier to process it and go, oh, okay, you mean this. It's a way of like comparing it, you know, with like on-set terminologies, or when you're in the volume for motion capture, there's certain wordings that they say that sound really foreign, but once you know it, you're like, oh, that's what that means. It just makes the whole process a lot more calmer, makes you feel a lot more relaxed when you know what they mean. That was a little bit of a ramble, but I hope you get what I mean. I think, yeah, having a voiceover studio is very rewarding and I really do recommend it if you want to get into voiceover. But yeah, I hope this has helped you and has given you a little introduction to different software that you can use for when you come to your voiceover recordings. But if you do want to see my voiceover equipment specifically, make sure, you know, give it a thumbs up so I know that you want it, and I will get that out to you soon. I really hope this has helped you, and let me know where you are in your journey with voiceover. And if there's any questions that you have, like I always say, just leave it in the comments, just reach out to me and I will be happy to help you wherever I can or show you in the right direction where it's needed. Yeah, anyway, I'm blabbering. I will leave you here. Thank you for watching my video and hope you have a good day, good evening, wherever you are. And yeah, take care. Bye-bye. I'm going to use the recording early. But the sun is out. I am recording. Why do I do this every time? And I can't even see it. Okay, we are recording. Yeah, it's just important to understand your tools and... I'm still rambling. And if there's ever... I need a nap. I'm melting. I'm melting.